It was one of the most eagerly anticipated TV comebacks of the year. And Cheryl didn't disappoint as she took the seat next to Simon Cowell on Sunday night's episode of The X Factor to guest judge the group's category at the Judges' House's stage. While there were 6 nervous contestants who sang their hearts out, all focus was on the former Girls Aloud singer, 34, as fans flocked to Twitter to praise her glowing good looks and admit that motherhood suited her. While Nicole Scherzinger and Sharon Osbourne had chosen their final acts on Saturday night's episode, it was Simon's turn to pick his 3 groups to take through to the live show. And giving him some much-needed assistance was Cheryl, who descended from the sky in a helicopter, making quite the glamorous statement. After landing in her chopper, Cheryl strutted across the lawns of Chateau Cowell in a tiny black crop top and matching black slacks. The brunette went on to address the groups, relating to them by stating she had been in their shoes before getting comfortable in a chair alongside Simon as they proceeded to judge the acts. And while the acts gave it their all, making for one of the most difficult groups categories in recent years, fans couldn't help but gush over Cheryl. Taking to Twitter, viewers expressed their delight over the star's glowing demeanor after she welcomed Baby Bear into the world in March with boyfriend Liam Payne. What a treat seeing our Cheryl back on X Factor, what a treasure. X Factor Cheryl is beautiful, ain't she? X Factor, and I must say that motherhood really suits ... She looks balls. X Factor #Judges Houses. Proper girl crashing over at Cheryl official and not afraid to admit it, looking stunning on X Factor #Judges Houses. Cheryl looks like a golden goddess. She is glowing X Factor and loving Cheryl back on the X Factor. She's such a beaut. While Cheryl and Simon's friendship took a rocky turn back in 2011 after she was dropped from the US version of the show, it looked like things were back on track. The music industry veterans shared a plethora of jokes and cheeky banter as they tried to make light of the nerve-wracking situation at hand. And Simon took in all of Cheryl's advice, as he delivered his final verdict the next morning, informing Raksu, the Cut Kelvins and Sean and Connor Price that they had it through to the next stage of the competition. However, while it proved to be a momentous occasion for those 3 acts, prominence was still put on Cheryl's guest appearance. Oh my god, it's Cheryl official looks incredible. I wish I looked that god post baby. She better be back next year for good. X Factor Cheryl is so stunning. X Factor, and Cheryl still has one of the most beautiful faces I've ever seen. X Factor, Cheryl is so unreal. X Factor, and can't cope with how amazing Cheryl looks. X Factor. I love how the camera is constantly on Cheryl. She's glowing. X Factor, and Cheryl's highlight is on point. X Factor. Cheryl looks fiery. X Factor, and I'll never get over how unreal Cheryl Cola's X Factor. While it wasn't aired during the episode, Cheryl and Simon were seen indulging in a fun party game in a recently released clip, where he made a cheeky joke about her ex, Jean Bernard Fernandez Versini. The pair were left in hysterics when the music mogul poked fun at her second husband's name, as well as her terrible impressions. Cheryl and Simon enlisted the help of host Dermot O'Leary for a round of Stick It On Your Head, which saw the players guess the name of a person stuck to their forehead. The game began with Simon having his own name stuck to his head, leading Cheryl to demonstrate her best impression of her pal, drawling, "Darling, it's so low rent." However, things got even cheekier between the pair when Cheryl attempted to describe Wagner to the sicko owner. Cheryl and Simon enlisted the help of host Dermot O'Leary for a round of Stick It On Your Head, which saw the players guess the name of a person stuck to their forehead. The game began with Simon having his own name stuck to his head, leading Cheryl to demonstrate her best impression of her pal, drawling, "Darling, it's so low rent." However, things got even cheekier between the pair when Cheryl attempted to describe Wagner to the sicko owner. Cheryl's last appearance on The X Factor as a regular saw her head up the groups. In the 2015 season, she mentored Fourth Impact, Alien Uncovered and Reggie and Bali, the latter group coming in second place to eventual winner Louisa Johnson. Simon's Overs category that year didn't feature at all in the final, so he'll presumably be picking the pop star's brain over who she thinks has to X Factor. On Thursday it was revealed that Simon Cowell isn't ruling out a permanent return to the X Factor for Cheryl, after being reunited with her for this year's series. And Cheryl's boyfriend Liam Payne also waded into the matter, expressing a keen desire to see the crazy stupid love singer get back to work after giving birth to their son Bear. Cheryl and Simon spoke about her going back next year. Obviously Simon is desperate to get her back, Liam, 24, revealed to The Sun on Friday. Cheryl and Simon have such a lovely relationship. We're all edging for her to get back to work, it's just finding the right time and the right way to do things. This is the first time she's been away from the industry for a long period of time in her whole career, and sometimes that's a beautiful thing to have. She's got the opportunity to choose exactly what she wants to do, and I think it's great. Cheryl's involvement in the X Factor has been a tumultuous affair. Having been hand-plucked from Girls Aloud by Simon to join the judging lineup in 2008, she went with the show to the US in 2011 but was fired. She returned to the UK version in 2014 to 2015 and then decided to leave again. Asked by the Daily Star whether Simon would reinstall her on the panel permanently, he replied, "We'll consider it. Let's wait till the end of the show. Maybe." Current judges Nicole Scherzinger and Sharon Osbourne don't want come back. "Let's see what happens, I wouldn't rule anything out." Cheryl didn't say no to the possibility when asked during the same joint interview, but made it quite clear that this year only permitted a brief return to the show, with her priorities lying with her 6-month-old son. "I want to be with Bear a little bit longer," she said. "It has just been me and him, and I'm just loving being a mother at the moment. I've got time, I've got that luxury lifestyle, and some mothers don't have that luxury and have to get back to work. I'm just taking it as I can, but I do love the show."